Thanks to Keith at Keith's Auto Repair for the professional installation of our Speedy Strut Complete Strut Assemblies by Sensen. We always recommend you go to a professional for this type of repair. However, this replacement was fairly simple with the right tools. Today we will be replacing a set of front complete strut assemblies on the 2011 Ford Fusion. This set fits the 2010 through 2012 Fusion and the 2010 through 2011 Mercury Milan. We recommend using Speedy Struts by Sensen when replacing your worn out struts. Speedy Strut Complete Strut Assemblies by Sensen come with a limited lifetime warranty. Sensen uses OE grade coil springs and strut mounts with premium grade bearings. All Speedy Struts are assembly tested for vehicle fitment accuracy and come in high quality premium packaging. Better components, better processes, and better quality. Speedy Strut is the better option. Some of the tools needed for this installation include 12, 19, 8, 14, 15mm sockets and an adjustable wrench. You'll also need a pry bar. It is recommended to use a torque wrench for proper torquing of bolts. However, a lot of experienced mechanics believe they have the ability to feel when it's tight enough, so we leave this to your judgment.
The top 3 nuts right here on the top of this strut on this Ford Fusion. Alright, now we're going to raise the vehicle and remove the wheel, and as the vehicle goes up you'll see the strut will pull down from the top. 15mm 3/8 impact on the remove the lug nuts from your wheel. Move the wheel and set it out of the way. 1mm bolt holding this ABS wire just so we've got a little more room to let the strut down out of the hole. All I do is just remove the little 8mm bolt, which allows us access to move this wire around. We use a 14mm. I'm going to use a wobbler socket just because it makes it a little easier for me to get in and take them bolts out. We're going to remove the stabilizer arm right here, the bolt on the stabilizer bar. Just slide that back out of the strut. We're going to remove the 14mm bolt holding the bracket to the bottom of the strut. Okay. Now we need a 15mm socket to remove the brace from holding the brace to the bottom of the strut. Let's see what we got on this side. Hold this particular one. We're going to hold that with an adjustable wrench. Sliding that out. Just allow this to come out. What that does is allow the arm to come off the bottom of the strut. This makes this free and allows that strut to easily removed from the vehicle. Just be very careful of your ABS wire that you don't break that. And that's as easy as it is to get the strut out of the vehicle. Alright, we're going to reinstall this strut and work our way back up through the vehicle here. Just move it around a little bit so you can get it to slide back up to the hole. And again, be very careful of your ABS wire. Once you get the strut back up into the hole, it's easier if you watch this spot right here. You'll see that's where it lines up in the bracket. So try to make that to the outside of the vehicle, and hopefully the bolts will line up with the strut to the top. You can slide that back up through the hole just like that. Reach up here and take one of the nuts. Start your nuts back on the top of that strut. And I do not tighten them until I get done last, so that you can move the bottom of this strut around. Right down here. That you can move this around a little bit, and you can line this bracket back up in the bottom. And as you slide that back up on there, you'll see that that little tab right there slides into that crack. And it will, that's where we line that up. And then just reinstall your 14mm bolt back through the piece of that hole up on the bottom of that. And again, I'm going to use my 14mm swivel socket to tighten this back up. Make sure that this stays up in that little groove right there. Tighten that back up, and that's all there is to that piece there. And then you need to line up the bottom. I can't believe that. That might be lined right up. Push up on that strut just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to pry down on it with a pry bar. And wiggle that around a little bit, it'll slide right back in. Remember to put your nut back on the back side of it. This nut is a 15mm. Then I'm going to hold the back nut with a adjustable wrench or a crescent wrench, either one you want to call it. Snug that back in place. Go back to your 14mm. Swivel again. Reinstall your stabilizer bolt. It just slides through the back of that hole. Put your nut back on here. Tighten this up. Remember to put this ABS wire mounted back to the inner fender wall. If you don't, you will break it and you'll have an ABS problem. That's as easy as it is to put a strut on this vehicle. Alright. 19mm socket again. Keep that done. Tighten all the lugs back. Set it down and we'll tighten up the top. Top strut bolts back up. I always take a ratchet just to make sure that they are snug. That's all there is to it.
This concludes our front complete strut assemblies installation on the 2011 Ford Fusion. Be sure to look for our rear shock installation video for this vehicle. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Keith's Auto Repair for the professional installation.